Hey everybody, happy Friday out there. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. I don't know why, but I feel like our outfits remind me of like a Reese's peanut butter cup, perhaps. Like you got the darker and the lighter, and they both look very good. They're similar shirts. You kind of have a, okay.
Thank you. I believe this is Duluth Trading Company, so I know, so, showing it off a little bit. It's part of the calendar we're going to do in the future.
Oh, hey, yeah, there we go. See, the old Northern News.
Hard-working Northland men such as ourselves.
December. How you doing? January?
As we sit in this air-controlled studio, doing our work for the day.
Doesn't matter what we do, really.
No,
it's honestly great.
Well, let's talk about some amazing work that's being done in places we don't necessarily think about. Yeah. So as we try to navigate this winter season, I don't think I've ever seen this, nor have I even thought about crews needing to do this, but I came across this Facebook video of crew member Mark Diaz on Facebook, who's aboard a ship with ties, I believe, to the Great Lakes shipping scene, but he recorded this moment aboard that vessel with a snowblower being used to get snow off the top deck.
You're exactly right. I have never thought about that in my life. You need to do that. And I imagine a ship is obviously huge. Yeah. I mean, you could probably put a truck up there and plow it off even, because it's so big. I bet it is horrible doing it with a snowblower with that whole thing.
Or even a shovel. I think a shovel wouldn't do too much.
No. Have you ever watched Deadliest Catch before?
A couple times.
Oh, my parents loved that show, and I used to watch it all the time as a kid. But, you know, there'd be ice buildup on all of these different things, so they'd have to, it was super dangerous. They had to go and, like, hit all the ice chunks off, so I bet that happens occasionally also to our vessels here on Lake Superior.
Man, icy yesterday morning, too.
Woo!
Wow.
It was slippery.
Couple times almost, eating it.
Yeah, it was a skating rink on my way in. It was some of the worst roads I've ever seen. My gosh, it was sketchy, but very, very good that now everyone's safe for the most part, hopefully. We now have photos to share regarding our future blindfold at Superior Middle School here. I took Ryan to Mr. Langley's 7th grade band class where we got to play drums, and Ryan and I even got to help conduct and direct a little bit. It's also Spirit Week for the kids, so we joined them on Fun Hat Day. You were wearing a fun hat there, Ryan.
Yeah, Hunter, before we even left, I don't know what we're about to do, but Hunter decides to grab 2 big hats, and so I'm like, either we are starting that Northern Life calendar or we're doing something else. So it's funny that was a part of Spirit Week at Superior Middle School.
Oh my gosh, that'd be the funniest thing if we actually did a calendar. But the one thing that we noticed, though, especially with the 7th graders, everyone had a hat on, but it was like a baseball hat or something like that. And we're like, where's your crazy hats? We had the craziest stuff. I had a Vikings hat, and you had that hat. So, I would pick it up a little bit, you 7th graders. Get some big hats.
I will say, well-mannered kids, though.
Very nice kids. Yes, very good.
Shout out to Xavier, who taught me the drums.
Yes, very, very talented. A lot of them, everyone is very talented. A couple 6-7s out there happen as well on the camera, so you can't avoid it.
It's bound to happen when you go from 6th grade to 7th grade. Well, hey, let's talk about a few fun events happening this weekend. Duluth East holiday concerts tonight over at the Deck and their Symphony Hall. It's going to feature all of the high school's music programs starting at 7 p.m. Those tickets available online. And as our team reported earlier this week, as you see there, the Duluth East Choraleers performing for patients and staff inside Essentia Health's Duluth atrium back on Tuesday this week.
It's so cool that they have the actual uniforms. I remember caroling, and we didn't have uniforms like this. We just had our coats on, but I know you mentioned yesterday, Ryan, you looked like this as well when you were out caroling.
Fortunately, didn't have to find me a hat, or else they would have had to take a couple weeks, if not months, to find me a hat that fit my head.
That's why that big hat, that's the only one that fits you.
But that would be quite a fun scene.
It would be. Oh my gosh.
Well, also this weekend, the Made in Duluth film series is hosting a holiday edition movie doubleheader this Sunday. That'll be at the Duluth Depot Theater. The event runs from 1 to 5 p.m. on Sunday and features 2 Christmas films made by Duluth filmmaker Mandy June Turpin, plus a live Q&A. It's family-friendly. It's open to the public. It's also a great way to celebrate local storytelling this holiday season.
Very, very cool. I remember Merry Kiss Cam, our very own David Anderson, a part of that movie as well. I don't remember the other one, though, the Rescuing Christmas one filmed here in Duluth.
I think I've probably seen that, but I think the funniest part about watching the Merry Kiss Cam is that you're familiar with the area. If you haven't seen it yet, you go, oh my gosh, they're outside, Carmody's downtown or somewhere else, and then it takes them 30 minutes to drive to a different location, and you're like, that would take like 2 minutes,
Unless there's bad roads or something.
That's true.
You never know. But they just went down the street to Spurs on First or something like that.
It's daylight and they're leaving Carmody's, and it's evening and they're at a place that's 10 minutes away.
Hard to suspend the belief when you live in the area.
It's fun. They're both good. Hey, if you're looking to spend some time outdoors this weekend, Mary and I the other night were just walking along the Lake Walk in Leif Erikson Park, and we came across the Sled Shed. It's free. You can take a sled. You can have some fun going down those hills, and as you'll see in a little bit here, we decided to take a spin for ourselves. Mary was a lot faster than I was. I think my sled maybe it couldn't handle all 215 pounds of me, but Mary was absolutely flying on the right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I miss sledding. It was so much fun doing that back in the day. What did you just came across this? I didn't know this was an actual thing.
Yeah, I just came across it. It was as you saw there. I also had to bail at the end because I was going pretty fast.
Were you going towards a tree or something?
Yeah. Well, Mary was flying too. She was going towards some trees. But yeah, it's in Leif Erikson. I think it might be also be in Lincoln Park. I think I saw on the city's website too.
Okay,
so a couple places to try out.
Oh, we might have to buy a sled and actually go find a big hill or something like that. I used to go on the four-wheeler trails right next to my house, and that may be a little dangerous, maybe not the best idea, but it was so much fun. My gosh, so much fun.
Yeah, it makes you feel like a kid again.
Yep, good times out there. Today through Christmas Eve, Santa's Wonderland is back at Bass Pro Shops in Duluth for the 2025 holiday season. Families can stop by and enjoy a free 4x6 studio quality photo with Santa, plus holiday crafts, games, and activities for all ages. Kids can even drop off their letters for Santa in his mailbox, and you can book your spot at basspro.com/Santa.
And I'll tell you what, Hunter. I'll tell you.
What you got?
I've already booked my appointment to get a photo with Santa.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So Mary and I are going soon, and hopefully we'll be able to show it here on air. But
oh my gosh! Are you bringing the nephews or anything like that?
No, just us two.
I love it. Oh my gosh! That should be your engagement photo.
It's super easy to sign up, and it says just show up in your time slot, and you'll get that free photo. I was like, what more could you need?
Why not?
Yeah.
What day are you going? Do you know?
I can't remember. It's this weekend sometime.
Okay, this weekend sometime.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Gotta check my emails.
Yeah.
Well, hey, coming up, a weekend special for a special life lost, sadly, in the film industry. We'll be back right here on Northern Life.
Welcome back, folks. Almost a week ago now, the nation lost the life of actor, director, filmmaker, and humanitarian Rob Reiner, who has impacted and inspired the lives of millions out there. And now this weekend, CBS is going to be celebrating his life and life's work through the eyes of those who knew him. The one-hour CBS News special will air Sunday night at 7:30. The special will look at Reiner's life through his films like The Princess Bride, When Mary Met Sally, that is, and this is Spinal Tap, which I just watched for the first time recently, Ryan. Man, what a talented man right there.
I didn't know he directed in so many movies.
Yes.
Stand By
Me,
which is an all-time classic.
Oh, and then I've been going back. I don't know if you ever watched his old show, All in the Family. Also, he's Meathead in that show. That's a funny show, too, and he is fantastic in that show as well.
It's also the dad in Wolf of Wall Street for folks our age who watch that. Yeah,
yep, classic.
Hey, the band Counting Crows back in the spotlight, this time in a new documentary, Counting Crows, Have You Seen Me Lately? Taking a look at the band's rise to fame and the frontman Adam Duritz's life. The film promising a more personal story, even for people who aren't diehard fans. That documentary now available to stream on HBO Max. I got to tell you, Mr. Jones, one of my all-time favorite songs.
Are you going to be watching this then? Or are you going to?
I don't have HBO Max, so I'm gonna have to give the $10 to $15, how much ever streaming services are now.
Dude, come over to my house.
Do you have it?
I got HBO Max.
Wow.
I bought it for the Billy Joel special that came out. So come on over and watch some Counting Crows.
I'll just do what most people do. I'll text you for your email and your password for the app.
Share it up, Then now Netflix is cracking down on that.
It's gonna say this device is already being used somewhere else.
Who's Ryan Half? What the heck? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
no, I bet it's pretty good.
That'd be probably pretty good.
Yeah. When it comes to dining out, it may seem strange to be seated with a group of strangers at a restaurant, especially if you're not invited. But increasingly, younger diners are opting for communal tables where they can sit down and meet someone new.
Yeah, Gwen Baumgartner digs into that new culinary experience.
At LA's Republic restaurant, everyone is encouraged to pull up a seat next to a stranger.
It's always been successful for us.
Owner Walter Mansky incorporated this communal table 12 years ago as a space where diners can mix groups, meet new people, and share meals.
It's obvious to us that there's those that love the tables and love being, in the action and meeting others.
He says customers regularly call ahead to reserve a seat next to someone they don't know.
It seems to me like it's working. Everybody here is having a great time.
The proof is in the pudding and the data too. A new survey by the restaurant reservation service Resy found that 90% of Gen Z diners enjoy communal tables, with 1 in 3 saying they made a friend in the process and 1 in 7 saying it prompted a date.
The communal table is so hot right now.
That may seem counterintuitive for digital-loving Gen Z, but Resi's Paolo Lucchese believes young adults are grasping for something the phone can't provide, but a space like a restaurant can.
We go to connect with our communities, we go to connect with our friends, our family, and increasingly strangers.
Though it's not for everyone. Resi found only 60% of baby boomers enjoy the communal seating arrangement. Henry Elian finds the trend a bit unsavory for himself, but says maybe if he were younger.
I'm a dinosaur now, so it's a whole different world. But being able to go and sit down at a table and feel comfortable, but first of all, breaking the ice.
But after that barrier, perhaps breaking bread. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
I gotta tell you, it does spark in me, like, it's so fun and easy to just do what's comfortable to you. So it's like sitting in a corner by yourself and doing that. And I'd be so happy to do that. But I know there's so much more growth and potential joy in doing the things that are weird and hard like that.
That's exactly it. I've found almost 90 or 100% of the time doing the thing that makes you uncomfortable. Like you said, makes you grow as a person, makes you feel better as a human being, and ultimately you just feel better mentally also, you know? It's a great deal.
It's kind of like that psychological test of which door do you pick when you're going into a building. Like, do you pick the far one to get out of people's way, or do you pick the middle one because you're confident?
Yeah.
We got to start picking the middle door.
Yeah, get out of the box, you know, step out of the box a little bit, say hi to somebody. It's kind of like a bar atmosphere already, which it kind of has that already, but then you have the dining kind of atmosphere too, kind of a different setting.
And I'm sure a lot of young people out there are tired of dating apps and having the whole conversation online, so seeing people in real life got to be pretty awesome too.
Awesome, yep.
Hey, before a busy travel week next week, TSA agents have shared tips for packing your carry-on so you don't get stopped at the checkpoints there. So if you're bringing presents, they suggest putting them in gift bags or boxes so that way agents can inspect them without ripping that wrapping paper. And apparently people actually want to fly with their own pots and pans frequently sometimes so they can cook at their destination. However, those cannot go in the carry-on bag as they are deemed likely to be a weapon. So fun fact too, when items are stopped at those checkpoints, passengers have a choice to move them to a check bag or abandon them, and whatever is left behind or abandoned then goes to the state to be auctioned off.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Interesting. That first video showed like guns and knives. Are people giving presents like that to other people? Is that a thing?
You don't want a flying star or whatever the other things are? Yeah.
Don't try to bring that on an airplane, whatever you do. Yeah.
I think the pots and pans thing is a good idea though. Sometimes if you're booking an Airbnb and don't necessarily know if they have the best gear, then bring one of your own, especially if you have the room.
And that's a rule that I had no idea existed. That's very interesting.
Now the stress too of making sure that checked on bag is, or that checked bag is at least 50 pounds or lower.
Yeah, we're good luck with that.
That's the new stress. That's the new stress. Well, hey, coming up, beautiful stories of motherhood and a huge snowman returning to Wisconsin. Welcome back, everybody. The thing I love about this job is seeing the good stories that can just amaze you sometimes. The things you don't necessarily even think about. So listen to this one. In Chicago, a mother and son's incredible reunion is now heading to Netflix soon. So way back when, a woman gave up her young boy for adoption, and now, all these years down the road, the son has learned through a DNA test that his birth mother is actually the owner of what was his favorite bakery. So now that story of family, forgiveness, and second chances is coming to Netflix, being produced by Tyler Perry and starring Taraji P. Henson. That movie expected to be released late next year.
Wow, what an incredible story. I wonder if there's others out there like that. That's quite the impressive story.
I think I've seen one, I think it was either CBS or NBC did one regarding a gentleman whose football coach ended up being his biological father without him knowing. So it's kind of weird how you just end up together.
You can't even write that.
No.
It's impossible. That's really crazy.
We'll see how Netflix writes it.
Yep. Yeah, right. That's true.
Coming up in Canada, or that just happened in Canada, rather. Up in Canada.
Hey, up there.
How you doing? Researchers have spotted a rare case of polar bear adoption. A female polar bear was first seen with one cub back in March this year, but by the month of September, she was caring for two of them. Researchers saying one cub was her own while the other had been adopted. Scientists say adoption among polar bears extremely rare, happening in less than 1% of litters over a 45-year study.
I've never thought about that with really any animal. I bet if you hang around with a mother for long enough, they'll adopt you, take you in as their own. That's kind of crazy.
Especially if maybe you're offering a bottle of Coca-Cola. It might...
That stuff is addictive sometimes.
Can I hang out with you guys?
Yes, please, crack one for me. That sounds amazing. Let's head to Wisconsin now, where over the last 2 years, an iconic attraction for the city of Minocqua?
Minocqua, yeah.
Nailed it. Has made a triumphant return thanks to colder weather and good snow this month.
Yeah, Ethan Krinke has more.
We're very excited to be building him once again this year. We finally have snow.
It was a morning of good vibes at Torpy Park in Minocqua as the first steps toward building Snowy Cromer began. Snowy Cromer first appeared in the late 1950s and early 60s. It was built by ordinary citizens, community members, and snowmobile clubs until in 2015, the Minocqua Area Visitors Bureau took over the making of the giant snowman. Snowy Cromer is expected to be done by the end of the week.
Usually about 3 days. We're hoping that today we can get a couple tiers done, get him nice solidly frozen, so by the weekend he'll be up and people will be able to come and take pictures with him.
It's given the name Snowy Cromer because of the custom Stormy Cromer hat that he wears. The hat is a size 96 and is made near ironwood. The snowman has 3 layers, each shorter as it goes up. The snow is gathered by Schramm's excavation from parking lots. It's then placed with fences to support the snowman until it's sprayed with water to freeze it by the fire department.
It's kind of like putting together a wedding cake a little bit. Then we obviously have to take all that fencing off after he solidifies. We scrape down him a little bit to shape him a little bit, put all of his dressings on, and he's here to stay for the winter.
Conditions were not ideal in the last 2 years for Snowy to be built, but after a hiatus, it's back and better than ever.
I mean, he just is another facet of our winter tourism, but every year he seems to go viral. People pick him up over in the UK and in Singapore. We'll hear stories around the world that people have interacted with this snowman.
Great name, by the way.
That is fantastic. Yeah. How could you ever be in a bad mood if you had a big snowman like that around the town?
It'd be so fun to just pull up a chair. Obviously, it looked very cold when the day they were doing that, but pull up a chair and watch them make it.
Oh, incredible. Almost like the luge at Luskeinen, like that. What goes into making that sort of thing, Incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Anytime you need those big construction vehicles too, you mean business.
It's a serious project.
Coming up, we'll look at next week's Blindfold from Two Harbors.
All right, when we see you next week, we're going to be making beautifully painted ornaments in Two Harbors. We're going to be stopping by Paint Pouring with Patty, hearing more about her art style as we get colorful right here before Christmas. She was great there, Ryan.
Patty was awesome. We also got to, she was talking to us too about how much media coverage she was having. She had the, I apologize, is it Lake County Press?
Yes,
Lake County Press, and the Duluth News Tribune was at her house, I think all within 48 hours or something.
Kind of crazy. She's getting, her kind of company's getting really big right there. She's been a friend of our family's for a long time, and her kids went to school with us at Two Harbors. So cool to see that her business is kind of blowing up a little bit.
And I'm making sure that Hunter Goes picks those up.
Yes, we got to get those back because they had to dry before they could make it over.
It took days, it sounds like. A lot of paint on those. Well, hey, before we go, a wonderful story. For the kids who can't be home for Christmas down in Iowa this year, a children's hospital in Iowa City brought joy to their patients by connecting them with a radio to the North Pole, getting the chance to speak with Santa Claus. And Santa has a long history with that children's hospital, with him having first visited in 1919, shortly after it was built.
Oh my gosh, yeah, everybody deserves to have Santa at some point in their lives, that's beautiful.
Especially in kind of a scary, new situation that none of us necessarily want to be in.
Amen to that. Yes, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. We love you all.
Yeah, we'll see you on Monday. Take care. We love you.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.